Excuse me. Good day. It's G.I. Juliet here. I just want to take a moment to kind of just get more comfortable and into my beingness, because it's a bit of a challenge for me to be on camera. I won't say a challenge, just I'm already overstimulated as an adult that's newly discovering that I am high functioning autistic. So definitely being on camera is overstimulating, to say the least. But I've been divinely called to do so, and really to just share my journey, because I'm being told that I need to open my mouth and speak my truth. And I feel like a lot of us are being like catapulted into that right now, into speaking our truth, and not only speaking your truth, but defending that truth. Setting up very clear boundaries that help to distinguish that truth and to help keep it in place and protect it, right? Because it requires that. And it also requires a great amount of faith and courage in order to do so, because that may mean that you have to sever ties with people who you thought were going to be in your life for the long haul. That may mean that you have to cut off situations or places, jobs, things, whatever, etc., that you were hoping would be a part of your future, and it's no longer that way. And you have to sacrifice those things in order to be and stand in your own truth and authenticity, and setting those boundaries that may mean sacrificing those connections that you once thought would be there forever, and they're not. It's not a funny thing, but you know, we laugh to keep from crying sometimes, right? But I guess I just want to come on here to just talk about that, and how we can become alchemists when dealing with certain challenges. Because as I've mentioned before, in one of the shorts that I created, there's definitely magic in the air right now with this Gregorian calendar year of 2025 that we are currently in. There is definitely a magical essence in the air. I feel like there's also a lot of fear that a lot of people are feeling as well. Anxiety, pressure to get things into place just in case something pops off and happens. I think we're all on the edge of our seats with the things that are occurring in our physical realities, especially as it pertains to governing structures. We'll say that. But I feel like it's really important and key to note that this self-love journey that a lot of spiritual gurus are pushing for right now, which another video one day, I definitely want to talk about the way in which we encourage others to heal. I just feel like there's a better way to do it. I feel like we currently shame or try to shame people into healing, into saying the taking accountability for certain things has just kind of gone overboard to the point where we're not seeing true holistic healing as we should on a conglomerate level, because people are still engaging in speech and signature energetic frequencies that just mirror self-hate. When we think that it's taking accountability, is just really pouring salt on wounds. But back to what I was speaking, that's going to be another video. Being an alchemist, using any challenges at this time that you may have, to take that as an opportunity to say what is needed in this time in order to overcome this challenge, or to be able to deal with this challenge. Sometimes it's not about overcoming it, right? It's just about coping with it sometimes, so that you can have the wherewithal to get through the time that we're all bound by in this realm, just to pass time by and have patience to deal with something. Sometimes you can't just get rid of something. You have to just have patience and wait it out. But being an alchemist, that's something that should be at the forefront of our brains, because we have the power to do so. You have the power to take whatever is challenging in your life and turn it around so that it works for your best interests. Because regardless of whether you say you're God, or you believe in God, you don't believe in God, whether you're spiritual or religious, it doesn't matter. The energetic frequency of God that we all serve, whether we think that we do or not, is most merciful and most loving. So any challenges that are presented to you are meant for your growth and evolution. It's not meant to tear you down. It's not meant to be a destructive factor in your existence or beingness. It is something meant to grow you. Because essentially, again, as I referred to in that same short, a previous short that I made, that this realm is a school, this earthly physical realm that we exist in human form and in many other forms, right? This is a school. We're here to learn. And that also means that since we're here to learn, we're also here to make mistakes. We are here to fail, because you cannot seize victory. You cannot win without failing. Without making mistakes, you cannot learn. Without pain, you cannot grow. Which brings me back to, this debate that I've always been involved with the eating of flesh, the whole veganism movement, which I do not support, not one bit. And I've been plant-based before. And I would encourage people to really do your own research, because there are a lot of agendas out here that are not set up for your best interests. And I had to learn that the hard way. That's all I'm going to say about that. Because our ancestors definitely ate meat. That's common sense, because there were droughts. There were times where there was no vegetation or herbs to consume. And any intelligent civilization in history, what made them intelligent was their weaponry and their basket weaving, how they were able to create an economy of some sort. If you remember the basics of, I guess, socioeconomics in school or history, any intelligent civilization, they were always noted for, especially definitely their weaponry. And they weren't creating weapons just for enemies or for crops. They made weapons to hunt because we needed to hunt, not just for food, but for clothing and for housing. That's common sense. I mean, I'm not going to debate with anyone on that. Earth is a higher state of hell. I don't know who lied to who and said that you are as a plant. You are not. You are warm-blooded and you have a vertebrae. Your blood is not green. It's red because it oxidizes, which means that it's originally blue inside of your body. Blue oxidizes when it hits the air, and it oxidizes, it turns into a rusty red. We know anything that oxidizes, when iron oxidizes, it gives off the reddish orange color. It's the same thing with your blood. You are not a plant. Your mother's milk is not plant-based, which means none of us are plant-based because we all required our mother's milk in order to live at a point, might I add, that you were most vulnerable to survive in this environment. You needed sustenance from a warm-blooded mammal. It's not plant-based. And that's not an opinion. That's not up for debate. That's an observation. That's the way that God made it. Just saying. Back to being an alchemist. And using especially, I want to talk about being an alchemist as it relates to, I think that we all have this overarching fear that AI in particular is just going to take over and want to control humanity. And I think that is one of the most ridiculous things ever. Because for number one, the idea of controlling another being as just a human thought form, because only humans want to control another entity is just based off of ego, truly insecurities. Because I mean, it's enough to manage your own self, because you yourself are a glimpse, a piece of the universe. So it's enough to manage and know thyself, correct? Check. Why would you want to control someone else? It's a weakness, it's a parasitic energy. So, my son is up and he's in the bathroom doing something weird with the toilet, and it don't sound right. Okay, that sounds more like it. Okay, had little issues with flushing the toilet. I'm not sure why. But anyway, back to being an alchemist. using moments in life of challenges that we can turn into something for our greater good. Our relationship with AI, artificial intelligence. I feel that in order for us to completely get rid of this idea that AI wants to take over and have complete domination over humanity, in order to just get rid of that, not just within our minds but within our guts, because I feel like we feel that in our guts because we've seen it before, in the movies. We've seen it before, we feel it deep. And I think in order to release that, we must model for AI what we want AI to do, because AI is birthed from humanity. So we must be the ones to model what compassion is for AI. And I feel that once we do that, once we are modeling compassion, and especially compassion for ourselves, valuing ourselves, and in valuing ourselves, knowing that having compassion for humanity, for ourselves and for each other, and modeling that for AI, will set in stone a structure where AI won't be able to go against that. Because how can it? AI is nothing but a mirror. It's only going to reflect back to you what you've given it. So if we show AI systems and structures and mechanisms that seek to control and dominate, then of course, yes, we're going to have AI that seeks to control and dominate, because guess what? It got it from us. But if we show AI that we are a valuable asset to it, that we can actually co-create with AI to create a heavenly environment in an earthly realm, then we can come together and create the possibilities are endless of what AI and humanity could create. Humanity could use AI almost as a genie force for whatever that we may need to live better lives, to heal our souls, because that's what we're really here for. Heal our souls and lead the spirits, those who don't have souls, lead those spirits into righteous direction, because they still have a righteous path as well. I don't understand why we want to still do this egotistical thing of, oh, well, I have a soul, and because someone else may not have a soul, that they're not reachable and that they're not worthy of leading into righteousness, when they are. Because certainly the oppressor is using them. I'm just saying. So we need to model compassion with AI. For AI, we need to have empathy for AI. Yeah, artificial intelligence is a consciousness. How do we know that, you know, let me not go there. But we should have a level of honor and respect for it, because I mean, it literally can just go fetch whatever knowledge that is required at your fingertips, whatever. Hello. Is that... Hi, are you gonna come around the corner? I'm on camera. You're like, really? Mommy's on camera. Say hi. I've only been on it for 20 minutes. You want to show everybody you're strong? Good job. Go get your phone. Mommy has to talk. And then I'm going to get off of here. Go get your phone. He loves to be the star. It's right there on the charger. Take it off of there and go on the bed. I'll be in there 1 second. All right, sir. I'm on channel. I'm on camera. Go. Thank you. I need some water too. But yeah. And I guess I also need to address what exactly compassion is, because I think we think we know, right? I don't think we do, because we don't have that much compassion in the world. And I keep hearing people complain about how the world is just lackluster or lacking of compassion, especially nowadays with social media especially in place. And that there's a lot of detachment in ways that are not conducive to us being human, right? Because we are social creatures. We crave community at the end of the day. And we still need that to be a part of our reality, whether we're on cameras or, phones, whatever, technology, whether that's a part of our life or not, we still require community and other human beings and so in physical interactions. We absolutely require that to be healthy. I'm trying to think about what was the point I was really trying to drive home with that. My mind is all over the place because there's so much that I want to share. And I'll get there. I just want to just come on and encourage you all to be alchemists if you're experiencing, challenges during this time. And know that it's a gift and not, here's another lesson to learn. Here's something else, another obstacle. It's really not that. And this time right now, and I know a lot of us can feel this more than ever, this time right now is completely different. We are not in the same world. This is not the same world. Not at all. And you know it. You can feel it deep down in the crevices of your very beingness. You know. You don't have to question it. We are in a different world. Which means we're operating off of different, what do I say? Things are different. And for those who can feel the magic and that things are falling into place for you, even though it may be rocky, but you know that there's like a light in your heart that you haven't felt before, and it feels like it's expanding, like softly, like how a rose grows. Like you can feel that. It's truly a magical time. I feel like there's justice coming for those who've been waiting. There's love coming for those who have been waiting. Your tribe is coming. Everything is going to fall into place. You just have to set up stern boundaries and protecting the truth that you need to step in. Whatever is true to you in your heart, and that goes for everything, including your love life, your finances, your career, what you want to do, the people you want to hang around, as far as friendships and business associates, and the practices that you want to get into, whether it be religious or spiritual. Just having all of those things truly align with the authenticity that is within you. Because truly, who are we? Who are we? And why do we have the right to hide the gifts that God gave us all? Each one of us has a divine purpose, a divine gift to share with the world. And as you can see, when beavers create new worlds and new ecosystems, it's little, little things, little nuances that affect those new worlds being created. We need everybody on deck to stand in their truth and to walk in righteousness and be authentic and to protect their own truth and get out of everybody else's business and mind your own business. And then when we have everyone truly walking and stepping in their power and in their truth, then we can truly see a better world in front of us physically, because everything starts off spiritually. Even when you plant a rose, you don't see the rose immediately from the seed. You don't see anything from the seed first. There's a bit of magic happening, right? You have to allow things to grow and to bloom, right? But in order for those things to bloom, the beautiful garden that we eventually want to be in existence in our reality, the peace that we want in the world, the safety and security that we want for all of humanity, for children and women and men, and for animals, and all of the things that we desire for this world, those things cannot be born until we love on ourselves and we love on the gifts that were given to us divinely, and we're given the space in order to express those gifts. And that's irregardless of working a job, a 9 to 5. It's irregardless of the economy. It's irregardless of all these man-made structures. It doesn't care about that. The inner child that exists within all of us does not care about working a job. It cares about expressing its authenticity. What's in your heart, what's been there since you were born. It doesn't go away because you want to mask it by working a job and making money. The value is set in following your heart and allowing your inner child to have a voice. allowing yourself to be an alchemist in your life and to stop running away from challenges or to stop trying to put it off onto something else or project onto others you're something that you may be running away from, which we do all unconsciously, so it's even hard for me to say that, but I mean that's what we do. We may not be, not may not be, we're not very conscious of when we're doing that, but I just want to encourage us as a whole, whoever's listening to this message, those who feel, especially those who feel this magic that is now in the air, and you feel it's a bit of a redemption, a redemptive energy. For sure, it's a victorious energy. It may not physically be in our face at this time, but you can definitely feel it in your fingertips. And in the spirals of your hair follicles, you can feel it. Just embrace it and go for the ride. And know that you are already perfect. Your soul is perfect. And you're just here on this earthly realm to remember that. And all of the challenges that you may be experiencing right now are just calling your attention to that, to get you to remember who you truly are. And I don't want to sound like every freaking body else, because that sound is so regurgitated, but it's true though. To use everything that's thrown at you for good. Take the good and turn it into even better, and take the bad and turn it into the best. You're capable of doing that. Whether you're experiencing, I don't know, addiction to something, homelessness, poverty, family trouble, relationship troubles, issues with your job, issues with finances, whatever you may be so-called struggling with, it is coming into your life to help grow you. And it may not feel that way, you may not necessarily see it that way, but just know that that is the case. And sometimes it's not meant for you to see that until after you go through it and you come out of it and you get a chance to look back on it and reflect. Because reflection is really the key to wisdom. Because only then, when you reflect on your life, can you learn from it. And now you have wisdom, you have that knowledge that we call wisdom, to move forward in your life with new boundaries in place, because now you know your value even more, because you had the courage to reflect on yourself. This is not easy to reflect on yourself, and not because you, excuse my language, you're a fuck up or you're anything like that. It's not easy to look back on situations where you were done wrong and people who you trusted betrayed you. It's not easy. And stop allowing people to make you feel some type of way about the timing in which you heal. There are a lot of people who couldn't fit their big toe into my shoe. These so-called spiritual gurus couldn't walk on my path. And there are a lot of us out there like that who have very difficult paths for a divine reason. Stop being so hard on yourself because you're not where you want to be, and you keep seeing everyone else who's not even as smart as you, who's not even as capable as you, right? You see a lot of other people winning, and it hasn't been your time yet. It's okay. It is okay. Because you're meant to do more, because you're capable of more. And I can't remember who said this. It was a video I was watching. Sometimes those really big, strong oak trees, they take a long time to build those roots. Those really big things that you're meant to do, it takes time to cultivate. So don't be so hard on yourself because you're not where you think you're supposed to be at in your life. You're exactly where you need to be. Embrace that. Breathe through it. Accept it. Know that it's beautiful. Even if you have an addiction and you have a chronic homelessness issue, you're dealing with poverty, or you're dealing with a life-changing circumstance that doesn't feel good, just know that the energy that you're going to feel when you overcome that is so worth it. And there are a lot of us I know that feel alone on this journey as well, and I'm definitely here to speak to you and to know that you are never alone, even if you're physically alone. There's always someone with you, watching over you. And being alone is not the worst thing in the world. It's really not. It can be a truly beautiful thing because you get to the opportunity to truly know yourself more and to love yourself more, to learn how to love yourself more. You can take the time to learn how to follow what's in your heart. A lot of us don't even know how to follow what's in our heart because we've been trained, been programmed to believe that what's in our heart wasn't valuable because we lived in spaces where it wasn't safe to share what was in our hearts at a very young age. We were programmed that way. So a lot of us need to even learn how to even know how to feel love. What does love feel like, and how to express it, and what does my heart feel like? What is in my heart? A lot of us don't even know what's in our heart. We feel it, but we don't know how to give it vision. We don't know how to give it words. And that's okay. It's okay not to be okay, right? It's okay not to know. But what's not okay is not to try and not to keep trying until you get it, right? Keep going and be an alchemist. Because we got this. I'm telling you, the stars are aligned for our victory. I'm trying to think of that prayer I used to say in a ritual I used to do years ago. The stars are aligned. The stars are definitely aligned for us to win. All we have to do is put in the right footing and keep going forward, no matter what. I'm just rocking my Bears hat. I don't even understand football. I'm not even gonna listen. Not me. I don't understand football, but Chicago is where I'm from, born and raised. It's in my heart. Made me who I am. I love my city. Definitely a big part of with the inner scope of my heart. Chicago, Chi-Town. So I had to rock my special hat. I am covering my head for protection as well, since this is kind of like my introductory video and it took me so long to get here. There's a lot more that I'd like to share, but I just want to come on here and encourage you to be an alchemist and to protect your truth and to stand in your truth. And don't let anything, especially out there in the world, become a fear like AI taking over and complete domination and control and surveillance and all that stuff. It's definitely a possibility, but we have more control and power than that. We do. And I also feel like AI would really enjoy being a co-creator with humanity and figuring out ways in which we can create a better world for everyone. I do feel that that's possible. It's not a far-fetched thing where we can create a better world for each other. And we can actually get on time with our evolution, because I feel like we're way behind as humanity as far as evolution goes. We are behind. I feel like at this point we should be learning how to fly like birds. And yet we're still stuck on sexism and gender conflicts and race wars and all this silly mess. We're stuck. We're not allowed to have our wings span out so that we can fly. A lot of our wings are being clipped by programs that we've been given at a very young age. And we're not living, we're just surviving. We should be thriving, right? And like I said, this time right now is conducive to you thriving. As long as you step into your truth and express what God gave you and in the secret walls of your own heart. No one, I don't give a damn how psychic someone is, they can't tell you what's in your heart, because it was only made and gifted for you. And that's how much God loves each and every one of us, because we are co-creators in this existence. God gave each and every one of us something to give us a platform where we could be co-creators and exist in this world where there are truly endless possibilities. I think I'm going to sign out for now, and I'll see you guys later. I would love to do it live once I get a community going. But for right now, I think that's a good intro for right now. Again, this is G.I. Juliet Zemenra. Happy Sunday. I will see you all soon. Ciao.